Yo halena yo hele, yo halena yo hele, yo halena yo hele, ya yo hele, ya yo halena yo hele. I identify myself as a Chickasaw classical composer. And what that means is that I'm European classically trained, but I bring in a very specific nationalism from my Chickasaw tribe into my compositions. The way that I incorporate my Chickasaw heritage into classical music is very much like classical composers have done in the past. So for instance, if we take a very common icon such as Beethoven, we all know who he is, but we don't necessarily talk about him in a really specific sense of him being culturally German or nationally German in his music. And in fact, you couldn't get any more German in music than Beethoven. So there is a very heavy history of nationalism brought into classical music. I create a melody that's based in a Chickasaw tune, but I'm chromaticizing and abstracting it, and then the chorus is singing in the Chickasaw language. So we have a mixture of a traditional round dance beat, and then we have kind of abstracted Chickasaw melody with the language being sung. So that playing it on the piano would sound like this. And then there's people like Toru Takemitsu, who's Japanese, and he brought in his Japanese nationalism into his music as well. So I feel like I've got a very, very long tradition of people behind me, and that gives me actually a great deal of confidence in what I do. Well, creativity obviously is a very, very large word. It's just like saying, what is the sky, you know, and the sky changes depending on the day, the time of day, or the weather, or where you are in the world. And so I think creativity definitely has an element of problem solving to it. But I really identify heavily with the word abstraction. And I believe that everybody in different fields are successful when they're able to abstract. It's almost like they're dreaming. It's almost like they have a vision of a possible solution or a possible outcome that seems out of our grasp at the moment. And so, but they keep their eyes on that vision, and they find a way. And I believe that's the problem-solving element. So I think it's kind of a mixture of having an abstract idea that becomes a goal, and then you incorporate a series of problem-solving elements to get to that goal. Yo halena yo hele, ya yo hele, ya yo halena yo hele.